Welcome to some One Piece action. So, real quick, this is a different direction with the Bonnie deck. So, we're just showing you off real quick. There's a few directions we can take with this deck. So, it's just like, you know what? What happens if you're using the Don Quixote family? And I'm sure it's been done before to whatever degree. But yeah, here's our little variant. So, hope you enjoy. If you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer and have not subscribed yet, please give us a subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. And feel free to make requests. Feel free to make any deck request. Because we have a lot of builds in the chamber. So knowing what people would like to see helps us as well. So just feel free to leave a comment and be like, hey, can you make a build with da-da-da? Goodness, what the heck? This person is swinging on us. We at the 5 Don mark. Well, this works lovely. Get that off the board. And yeah, now there's 2 attackers on the board, giving our Bonnie the ability to definitely stop one of these attacks. I feel like they got a rush character in their hand, so they're trying to figure out exactly what they want to do. Of course. Use that, rest that. Come on now. What did they just do? Oh, they played the search card. Oh, they're trying to be very aggressive. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, we have a lot of no counter. So we do have a bit of an opportunity to develop something on the board, attack with what's his name? Cavendish, give us some Dawn. Oh, we're going for lead. We're going for lead. You know why? You know why? Because there's 3 attackers, and we can now stop 2 attacks. So that's why. Still seems scary though. 4, that's 4. I hope he. Oh no, they're swinging. They're swinging. Okay. See, this is what I love. The game allows you to use. I would try to protect that, me personally. But if they have a rush character, I can understand that making things complicated. Yeah, get rid of the Dofi. And then 2K. Now let's cross our fingers that they don't have a rush character. Oh my god. They really did that. They really did that. Yeah, we don't have enough. Boo. But they only got 2 cards in their hand. We could definitely attack their board. We could definitely try to take the Zoros off the board. Or we can leave them, now that I think about it. Because we can slow down 2 attacks. This is hilarious. I'm gonna say it's not a bad decision to do this. It's hilarious, actually. Like, what the heck? Because we can literally just stop these attacks. There's no real order. Like, he has to get the Doflamingo off the board, essentially. There's no real order. See, big swing, and then we just Doflamingo stops that one, Bonnie stops that one. And then blocker stops that. Now we got to cross our fingers and hope they don't have another play. Yeah, we have to eat that. Goodness. Ooh, a Cavendish, but we are at that point where we can essentially just chain the Doflamingos. Yeah, attack the Zorals, get them off the board. You're not saving that. And then freeze. Activate a Dawn just in case. Attack that, get rid of that life. The opponent is in a horrendous situation. They're in a horrendous situation because they need rush, and at this point, they need to get the Smoker off the board. They don't got much cards in their hand. That's interesting. Might as well, right? That's so nasty. Very telling, where we are lacking the counter power. Yeah, so they can't do that again. I mean, we're technically at the game state, but we don't have to think about this. Like, we don't need the 7-drop Doflamingo. Okay, freeze. Attack. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, give them the 1 card. What? Why? I would have just gave them the card and then next turn it's like guaranteed game, right? And then they attack and they can attach a... Oh, they're just going for it. Ah, man, this is tough because we are lacking counter power. Oh, wow, carrot freeze. Do you want to take a Luffy off the board? Because essentially we can still freeze everything. No, I said freeze everything. No, that was wrong. Oh. Oh, rush for game. Oh my god. Duh. I was like, wait, why would you do that? You got 1 life. You're going to have to end your turn. No, it has rush. What I don't know why my brain did that. I feel like I would have never forgot the rush in any other scenario. But for some reason, I'm like, okay, you play it, you freeze their Dawn, and then what? Like, oh my god. I didn't even have to admit that, but I'm leaving it in. No diddy. You know, it's so creepy, respectfully, to see how crazy our hand size, or not hand size, but our hands look, right? Brick, 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 brick. And that's it. Like, yo, what? But we're really pushing the theory of defense helps you stack high drops. And we're basically basing it off of how Shanks plays, because Shanks' ability essentially allows him to just live longer because he's able to mitigate damage. So either he just, depending on the swing, right, he might nullify the damage altogether, right? So if you're playing on curve and your leader's a 5k leader, well, guess what? You're just gonna swing for 5, right? And then he's just gonna reduce. So it allows him to get to the late game in a healthier game state, and like more cards in hand, more life usually. So it's like, okay, well, it's that defense aspect. And you could kind of look at Red Purple Luffy, because he's 6k. Like 6k leaders also kind of like to high drop a bit, and it's because the 6k allows them to be tankier, right? So anyway, getting to the point, Bonnie being able to stall out attacks, it's like, I'm nullifying this attack completely. This is not going to be able to attack me this turn. This is not going to be able to attack me this turn. It's just like, yeah, I'm going to be able to get to the late game with a lot more resources, whether that's life or cards in hand, which is going to make it safer for me to start dropping cards. Man, after seeing Doflamingo's performance last game too, it kind of sucks having to chuck. Because that Bonnie Doflamingo combo is insane. Y'all saw it. Literally just stopping 2 attacks. Dos. Yeah, let's put some. Their board state isn't too threatening. They got 2 attacks, which you already know. As long as they have 2 attacks, we can use our leader to help us stop something. That's fine. Because either you're going to use that blocker now. Yep, there it goes. And the fun part is, 6-drop Robin doesn't have banish, but it's the stronger attack power, right? So it's like, well, in one context, that's the better thing to swing with because of the power. But in the other context, the leader's the one with the banish. So they have to use more to swing heavier, right? You see? It would have been 1 Don swing. Now it's 2 Don swing. I don't think we have to worry about any rush. And we just let that go because our hand is bricked up, to be honest. Oh. Man, I ain't gonna lie, we low-key need that carrot. Okay, this is kind of scary, but I'm thinking Shanks drop, KO something. I would go for the Sanji. Maybe let's start attacking that Zoro. Oh, do we need to? Maybe, no, we can go face with everything. We could technically go face with everything. See, because we're freezing. So if they had, you know what, we barely got any counter power. Like this, everything's too risky. We barely got any counter power. It's like, why would I allow them to? Nah, I'm overthinking it. Even if they still had a second attack, where our Bonnie leader is gonna stop one of the attacks no matter what. So, yeah, everything probably could just went to face. We probably could have attacked the leader one more time instead of getting rid of the Zoro. A 10 drop? Is it ace? Yup, it's ace. Oh, the carrot. I would have been scared if it was if he attacked life. I would have been scared. But he went for the carrot. Yeah, I would go Doflamingo first. And then if the game is going on for another turn, then I'm going 9-drop Shanks. Okay, they stopped that one. Attack with lead. Damn. No, we're still good. Because... No. Okay, I'm thinking, oh, they got 2 attacks now. But no, they don't. They kind of do. Because if you remember that last game, they could have just donned up this Zero character. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, they genuinely could have won for game by just putting a bunch of Don on their Zero character, swinging like, let's say for 8, and then they could have just put the rest of the Don on their blocker. That kind of helped us win, in my opinion. We have too many attacks. No, I'm dumb again, because technically we could have just did our leader ability and stopped one of the attacks. And then we have counter power. So they would have had to put 5, they would have had to swing for 5 3 times. And that's not, that wouldn't have given them the game. So forget everything I had said earlier. All right. And I ain't gonna lie, Nico Robin. Oh, another Nico Robin, yes. Okay, so Nico Robin is what you call it? What the heck kind of hand is that? We kept it. Interesting. Y'all getting to see something pretty fun. right? Like you get to see how the deck plays, literally drawing an uncomfortable amount of top end, and the deck has the ability to stall the game out, and just so you can keep high drop, high drop, high drop. I'm not a fan of the game being like that in general. I'm not a fan of that, but hey, we made a deck that can do that, right? I mean, wait, let me take a step back. Yeah, Robin is just so uncomfortable to play against because of that banish stuff. But yeah, you got to see a couple of matches where our hand is very high drop brick heavy, and then now we get a bunch of low drop blockers, and so you're getting to see the deck in both polarizing different ends of the spectrum. That was the first thing I was thinking of, not the polarizing part. I was just like, oh my god, I gotta say something. On each end of the spectrum, you're getting to see gameplay. But yeah, to go to that rant, I accidentally fell in. Nah, it just feels weird. I want to see the game in a particular game state where we're playing 3 drops and 5 drops more consistently, instead of this, make it to the late game and then just high drop, high drop, high drop, high drop. I feel like it's derpy, and it's just like, it doesn't feel like a battle per se. You putting your soldiers out there, and you strategize and coordinate your attack sequence. Now it's just big drop, swing, doofy, no don. Big drop, swing, doofy, no don. Big drop. Like what are we doing? What happened? And then to this day, we got so many cards that are completely irrelevant, mainly because they don't make good quality low drops. You make damn cards that keep getting printed. Oh, bottom deck a 2 or less. Oh, remove a cost 1. Oh, like yo, these things are trash. Come on now. But I get it. They imagine that 3 drops will be used more often because it's a very cheap, and yet it has the attack power to be aggressive immediately, since the average leader is 5k. So they just like, oh yeah, 3 drops are going to see lots of play. And oh my god, 1 drop blocker is so dangerous. You see how few 1 drop no counter blockers there are, and then the ones with counter has conditions. It's like, are you serious? Conditions for this? ¿Por qué? It doesn't make any damn sense. Well, that's a fun situation. Yeah, you almost misclicked. Yup, they didn't realize what they just gave us. Oh, I think the Rosa, yeah, there it goes. I think the Rosinante is the best play. Because a Surge. Dag, that kind of sucks. But I also respect that. But yeah, that kind of sucked. That's funny, because if it was the Rosinante on the board, we would have kept that character. But I get it. To find that Dofi would have been clutch. And then if we didn't lose Cavendish, dag, man. What the heck? If we didn't lose Cavendish, then essentially we could have just restood the Dawn and played Dofi. But we couldn't find the Dofi. I guess this is okay. It gives them something to attack other than our life. But I think you should be careful if you swing with 10 drop. Because I don't think we're going to have enough to protect them. Or maybe we do. We got the Rosinante blocker. We have the leader ability. And then we got 2k, 2k, 1k. So who knows how this sequence might go. Gosh. Wasn't they better off getting rid of the blocker? I mean, I know Smoker is also scary with the banish, but if you got rid of the blocker, then it relatively would have guaranteed. They both 9k, so it doesn't matter. it would have guaranteed your attempt to get rid of our Doflamingo. You have to put a Don. Oh, you're leaving that Don up for your... I get it. You're leaving the Don up for the Gum Gum Giant, most likely. Man, this is tough. That board state is disgusting. And we literally just cycled 10 cards, not coming across another Dofi. And this is the bad thing about Carrot. It's always been the bad thing about Carrot. As effective as Carrot can be, it's like when you play against decks, you know, doing this, the high drop stuff, she's just phased out completely, like badly she's phased out. Well, unless they can remove Carrot, they kind of set themselves up. Because we just have to survive. More than likely, I'm going to try to stop the banish attack. And we're going to rest the Luffy. Let's see what they do. Because obviously we're going to rest that Luffy if they don't swing with that Luffy first. So I'm guessing they're going to swing with the Luffy first. But yeah, we're more than likely going to try to stop the banish attack. So everything should be going towards our Dofi, right? And then if they're very conservative with their Don, that might be a mistake. Yeah, they're thinking. I respect it. See, the thing is, if they can't remove Carrot, if they don't have something to remove Carrot, then it's almost like none of this matters. And I do mean almost. Because Lord knows what the math is in their hand. So, yep, that gets rested. Can't we just let it burn? Yeah, of course, Dofi gets removed. I felt like we could have just sacrificed one of those cards. Oh my god, and they removed Carrot. Oh, they don't have no blocker. Oh my god. They gave us Hody. This game did not want this person to win. Well, then again, respectfully, they're threatening 2 Gum Gum Giants. That's what's happening right now. They're threatening 2 Gum Gum Giants. Well, if there's nothing much you can do, might as well, right? Here goes 1. Oh, that's disgusting. GG.